still nice and pink on the inside. I think it's really important that you don't want to overcook this as well, you know. So I think let's get a nice another big cut. And you know, I think one of the main things you want to do is really sharp knife on this as well. So I'm just going to do a couple of nice big chunks like that. You could even use a serrated knife, it's quite often good with this too. To finish this sauce off, I've just got some nice butter here. Yep. So it's really important to do this off the heat too. And this is really easy. I used to do this with also white wine. You put a little bit of lemon and a little bit of butter into there as well. And with things like fish or chicken. Take it off the heat first. Yeah. So this is a very, very simple technique to make a sauce. So I'm just going to pop that to there. And now we can plate it up. So at the very last minute, Herbert, I want to put the herbs in there. So I've got a little bit of flat leaf parsley and a little bit of mint. And the mint is big, big friends with asparagus. They're really good match together. So I'm just going to run through there, not bother about chopping it too finely. Asparagus, toss it through. Then we can go straight onto the plate. Easy. I'm not going to be too precious with the plating of this because I think the flavours and the ingredients are so nice. You know, I think there wouldn't be really too much time to look at it and get straight into it. Okay.
No, decoration like this is okay. That you don't have to do too fancy, right?
It's good?
It's good.
Okay. So let's just put one of these guys here and one here. With this, it's going to be quite rich as well.
It looks nice.
So that's it. We've got the local venison wrapped in prosciutto, roasted in your wood oven, which is really great. And we've got the local asparagus with the red wine tempranillo sauce.
Yeah.
You copied me when I said that. Got my venison sort of almost a bit European style.
And to add to it, we've 5 wines, all which I think, you know, could potentially work with the food. So if you guys just throw it around, taste the different dishes, taste some of the wines and just argue. Comment, get stuck into it.
Yeah, because everybody has his own idea about the food and wine and matching.
Yep.
And,
particularly when it comes to Asian food and wine, where it gets really tricky and it can get a little bit contentious.
This one sometimes is a green papaya salad. Normally it's rather spicy. It is really not easy to match a wine with sometimes. Right, because the wine itself would also have to. Yes, thank you. The wine also would have maybe to have a little bit counterbalance spiciness in it, right?
Some sweetness, you know.
So for the wine here on this table, I would say a Gewürztraminer is maybe in the best match.
When you're making wine, do you make a conscious decision to think about, you know, what people potentially are going to eat with the wines that you produce?
Not really.
Yeah.
Yes, we know that Thai people prefer the wine that are very fruity.
Yeah.
Nothing much about food.
About food, yeah.
What's this one I'm drinking here?
That's New Zealand Pinot.
And would you necessarily say that that goes better with the venison or with the beef?
My suggestion would be venison. It's better because it's lighter than beef.
And how do you think Tobie's going with his Thai flavours? Do you think he's grasped the Thai flavours?
Oh, I would say so, yes. Yeah. Because one of the comments which you hear sometimes at Thai restaurants, which cater to a lot of tourists, Thai people would not go there because they would say it tastes too much foreign adjusted, right? Yeah. Even though the food in principle is good, but it has a certain adjustment to the foreign taste. I think Tobie has, as a Farang chef, as we say here in Thailand, actually done a very good job.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did hear that. But sometimes toning it down is not such a bad thing. Like I sort of think particularly when it comes to putting wine with food, if you can kind of hold back a little bit on the spice and if you can hold back a little bit on, you know, the lime juice and the fish sauce and just kind of, you know, just roll back.
I agree with you, but then again, you come back what Thai people call royal cuisine. Right. Right? Yeah. And royal cuisine is neither too spicy, neither too sour, neither too... It's balanced, very well balanced with
herbs. It's mild.
And it's spicy, but it is not so...
Pungent.
Hellfire spicy.
Exactly.
It's a little bit more of a, you know, it's refined enough that you have a sort of quite a lengthy meal. You know, you have the sour, you have the sweet, you know, it goes through stages, you know, so it's not...
How do you approach it? Because you've you've come to Thailand from Australia and you don't cook royal Thai food.
The way that I approach it is basically I try to keep it as authentic as possible. We try to use a really good quality product. You know, when we source, we try not to do too much with it. And, you know, and we sort of integrate Western cooking techniques into sort of the Thai cuisine.
One of the things that we've found this week is that, say, for example, a lot of wines, you know, that while they might have the sweetness to be able to cope with the food, that they've either got too much acid and that really sparks up and ignites the chili, or that they've got too much alcohol and that ignites the spice in the food as well. And there's very few wines that we've come across that kind of really have all of the tools to be able to cope with the different elements of Thai cooking.
I think one thing I've really, having not really understood Thai food too much, because I've always cooked Italian food, and having eaten a lot of it in Australia, is how simple it is over here. And the whole less is more thing, which is basically what we've seen with every country we've been to so far, and how sort of when you eat it, you know, in Australia or you eat it in London, it's always been added onto, really, hasn't it?
It's true. It's almost like as soon as you take a cuisine out of a country to another country,
It gets lost.
It gets lost. It's like people start stacking things on top of it, and it's like
lost in translation.
It really does.
Yeah.
It really does. So it's been action-packed since we've been here, and I suppose landing on the ground and the heat, the different cuisine, meeting you guys and learning so much has been challenging. I'd have to say challenging. I mean, especially, I've got to admit, I was a little bit nervous coming here, having not ever cooked Thai food before. And, you know, having my, I suppose, bag of tricks with Italian food up my sleeve, but having to completely throw that out the window and sort of start all over again is pretty full on. But, I mean, you've been a great teacher, so thanks for your time.
He's been a good apprentice. Picks things up pretty quickly.
Get the violin out.
Do you think you could make it in Bangkok?
Yeah.
Awesome, we can finally get rid of him. It'd be great.
But it's been really great. I've learned a lot, and the missus is going to be really happy that I can make pad thai now.
And som dum.
And som dum.
Cheers.
All right,
Cheers.
cheers.
Salud.
Salute.